We've been shipping out the merch, link down there in the description, and one of the packages is someone that lives like right by the shop. So should we just hand deliver it? Is this a bad idea? Should we just do it?
Let's just do it.
Just do it. I don't know. I can see this going both ways. Maybe he'll be like, oh, that's so cool that you delivered it. Or he might just be like, what are you doing at my house, dude? Like, this is an invasion of privacy. I don't know. What do you think?
Well, if he does, just be like, okay, well, here's your shirt. I'm gonna go.
Like, I know. I'm kind of nervous for some reason. Like, I'm just like, just showing up to somebody's house unannounced. Like,
yeah.
Are you Justin?
Yeah, what's up?
What's going on from us?
So crazy.
Yeah, how's it going?
Not bad, man. I wasn't expecting to see
No,
that.
right.
No, it's so weird. I was like literally just watching a YouTube video.
Oh, no way. Okay, so he was recording. So I'm gonna, what I'll do is I'll send you the footage. No pressure. If you're like, oh, I don't want that in there, then just let me know. We'll cut everything out, delete the footage.
I'd love to. Yeah. Honestly, I was not expecting to see this, but I'm super pumped that you have a coffee shop. I mean, we desperately need a coffee shop.
You can come on by and
I can't
have
wait.
some coffee.
I can't wait.
Do you have like a specific type of thing you like to shoot, or?
Definitely like daily life, like street photography
Oh,
stuff.
okay.
But then like my day job, I'm a creative director. I do a lot of commercials and film stuff. I like to do some travel photography as well, and just anything with like light and like finding like weird little magic moments.
If you're ever just kind of going around looking for stuff to shoot, like, you know, our coffee shop's right there where we're gonna be all the time. So hit me up and we'll go out shooting.
I would love to. Yeah.
Let's do it. Okay, that actually went decent, huh? I'm just gonna just start showing up at everyone's house. I'm gonna just show up at your door, whether you like it or not. Once I get your address, If it's heads, we go hiking. Tails, we go play volleyball, which we have no idea how to do, but I mean, it would probably be fun, right? Hiking.
Hi,
Wait, you look very happy.
I'm very happy today. The laundry room doors that I ordered 2 months ago
Are here. All right, so this will go into there. Okay, so it did take a little bit of finagling, but Carrie.
a lot of finagling. That's the last interior door that we have to do.
So whenever we're hanging out in the living room, you don't have to see all this back there. Dylan, our door's so cool.
Yeah, it's hella tight.
Yeah.
You have like sticks and stuff sticking out of the wall.
Those are shims. You
Yeah.
These are pre-hung doors, so you would think you would just be able to just nail it in, but no, like you have to do a lot of like adjusting and shimming, and then the door's a little bit crooked. The doors wouldn't even close the first time we installed it, but you haven't shaved in a while.
No, actually, this is not that bad.
But like if you get like hardcore beard.
I don't know if I can. Like, it gets kind of there. I got the 5 o'clock shadow, but I don't think it thickens in enough to have like a
You
full
should
beard.
try. Like Brad Pitt. You know,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Just
You're the
the whole
Filipino
thing like
Brad
that?
Pitt.
there's some chicks that dig that kind of stuff. I like a baby face, but
What do you mean? Anyways, let's go ahead and read some comments from the last video where I told you guys about how the Canon C70 is gone. This reminds me of when you got your Harley stolen. Yeah, actually it wasn't the Harley that got stolen. I got the Harley because the dirt bike, it was a Suzuki DRZ 400 that got stolen.
and then they found it.
Yeah, and then they found it. Yeah, the police found it. Chudge Barbecue says, sorry about your camera getting stolen, rotten luck. Although the bright side is new camera time. I'm considering getting an FX3 for my channel. Do you think it's overkill for a cooking channel? FX3 is pretty good, but you know what I'm really eyeing right now is that Canon R5C. And I get to borrow it for a little bit according to Canon. So I don't know, that'd be cool. I'll be testing it out. And the Canon color science, man. Also, you've inspired me to get back on ADHD medication. I was diagnosed in first grade, but stopped taking medication after college. But now that I am a full-time YouTuber focusing on editing for hours, and hours has been extremely difficult. I always felt like depending on meds was a sign of weakness, but knowing you're going through the same thing helped me make the call. After 10 years, I pick up my first prescription tomorrow, which is today. You left this comment. So congratulations. I mean, like, I'm not trying to be like an ADHD medication advocate, but a lot of people say once the ADHD really starts affecting many parts of your life negatively, that's when like the pros of it will outweigh the cons. But
Right.
you know.
And it doesn't mean you have to use it forever.
Yeah, but when I do take it, it does help a lot. Like, like I can focus on things. I can actually sit down and like you've noticed a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, you're actually writing stuff and
What?
like sitting down. And there was like a general plan for next week.
Yeah,
Like that's
What? A
yeah,
plan?
I know it's happening actually. Like whoa.
It just kind of like relaxes me a little bit and just like it gives me patience to just sit and think a little bit and go like, we should do that next week. Yeah, let's plan this. But it is very important to say it affects everybody very differently. I think generally, like, Carrie's been happier with me.
Yeah.
Happier with me. Yeah. I think the thing with ADHD is like when you have it, you're like, yeah, I know I'm like super active all the time, but whatever. But there's other aspects of the life it really does affect. Like, I don't know how accurate a lot of these statistics are, but I heard like someone with ADHD is 80% likely to end up in a divorce. Which is like significant. It's more than 2 times likely than a normal person. Also, very likely to not be able to handle overwhelm and stress and anxiety. Like, those overload us once we have too many things to do.
Once you buy a house to
Yeah.
renovate
Yeah.
it.
When there's too many things going on, it really can start affecting a lot of things negatively. Authentic says Tesla definitely has a security flaw for auto proximity lock and unlocking, just like Carrie guessed. My buddy Nick and I made a video showing how it works. If you don't know, the Tesla doesn't even come with a key fob. It's all app based and it locks when you walk away. For the most part, it's pretty good. Like, the locking system's pretty good, but there has been a few times where I took like a few extra steps. I'm like, it hasn't locked yet. And I'll wait like 30 seconds and then it'll lock. So it's pretty good for the most part, but as of right now, I think that's our best guess on what happened. Is as we were walking away from the car, there's that little gap of time before it locks, and maybe that's when they got in. And again, I didn't mean to leave the camera in there, but I have gotten in the habit now where every time I walk away from the Tesla, I don't take my eyes off it until it locks now.
Drew says, I always have to ask myself, is Dylan being sarcastic? With his tone of voice, it's impossible to tell. So you never know.
NFT. I still don't understand what those are.
It's like a digital piece of art
Yeah.
that you can get people to pay millions of dollars.
I just don't understand it. Like, I would.
And
I
then you
just
do,
can't.
and then the next thing, Potato Jet has an NFT.
I know, right? So I just released a new crypto, guys. Invest in it. Do you want to get
Potato
rich?
coin.
The pita coin or potato coin. That's so funny.
People are making crazy, stupid money out of this. We just have to pump and dump and just
Well, you gotta
scam
choose
our
one.
audience. But think
Sometimes
about the
when you-
mansion. We could have a hot tub and a pool
Inside.
inside. Yeah.
Gavin says, I thought I enjoyed watching Casey back in 2016, but I really like watching Gene in 2022. Wow.
Oh, that's a compliment.
That's a compliment.
yeah.
Are you blushing?
I actually met Casey for a little bit. It was really cool. I was like kind of starstruck. I was like, ugh. But he actually came over and like talked to me, which was really cool. I was like, and he was like, hey, Potato Jet. I was like, you know who I am? Like, I was like, actually, like, I was trying to play it chill.
Great. Now you're just Gavin's just inflating your ego.
So this is our dog's pee that we have to give to the vet so they can check for what, protein levels or something.
Yeah.
My question is, how did you get the pee into that little cup?
Well, I waited for her to go pee, and then I just stuck the cup under while she went and caught it. And
Yeah.
it didn't get any pee on my hands.
Oh, that's good. That's
I probably should have wore gloves in hindsight, but
expert pee catcher. Oh look, we also have some stools
yeah, $35 for both.
on OfferUp.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Score. I will say that, like, not vlogging on the C70, that giant thing, is a little bit nicer. Right? Like,
So you're saying it was a blessing in
disguise.
disguise?
Maybe. But I really liked having those built-in NDs. I think this is day 12 of me being on ADHD medication. Most of you are probably sick of me talking about ADHD by now, but I swear I'm gonna like stop after this, but it kind of feels like we're in Fight Club and this is like the twist, you know what I mean? Like, we were talking about how we could probably go back and watch a lot of the episodes in the vlog and be like, oh, that's a huge sign of ADHD there, a big sign there. Because there's a bunch of stuff that I've done that I just assumed was personality based. That train is pretty loud, isn't it? It's all the way on the other side over there. But what was the biggest thing that you were like, oh, I didn't realize this was related?
Your sleeping habits, I think.
Yeah,
maybe.
delayed sleep phase syndrome. So that's something that I've always had. I always have a lot of trouble going to sleep, and I have a really hard time waking up in the morning. And this has been like a lifelong thing.
I also thought your impulsiveness
Was like a personality thing.
Yeah.
I fixate on things. So, like, for example, getting the van. As soon as we started to throw out the idea of us getting a van, like, that's all I could think about, and nothing else like mattered for a while. And
You put in an offer for the second house we saw.
if I don't correct it, then I will never have enough. You know what I mean? Like, the grass is always greener.
You used to give me such a hard time when I'd be like, oh, we don't need that, or we don't need to spend money down.
Yeah, but then I'll be like, yes, we need this lens because I have to make a video about it for the channel. It's my work, sweetie. I gotta get this lens. I stopped myself yesterday from buying a lens. You know, I put it in the cart and I sat there and I was like, man, never mind.
Wow.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, I could make the argument that I need it, but at the same time, it's like, I got so many lenses I can make videos about right now, and they're all just chilling, and I haven't made the videos on it. The way I would describe it is that it's kind of like most people are on a road trip, you know, for the most part, it's like, yeah, we're doing pretty good, we're enjoying it, you know, then you stop at certain sites and go, oh, this is like the highlight. It's like, oh, cool. But ADHD, on the other hand, kind of feels like going to an amusement park on a hot weekend. You know, it's really busy. The lines are super long. It's hot. You're in line. You're like, oh my God. And then for like 2 minutes, you're like, yeah. And then you go back in line and you're like, oh my God, how long is this line? Are all the lines this long? All right, let's wait here. Yeah. And then that's it, like for 30 seconds, you know what I mean? And then our friend Paula, she said she read somewhere that most people have like a gas and a brake, right? In a car and a good accelerator. Well, people with ADHD, they have a turbo and it only works half the time. So like, it's like, turbo is fun though. You know, whenever the turbo
does work.
works, it's like, yeah. So the biggest thing that the medication helps me with is just balancing out those dopamine levels to be a little bit more normal. And now I'm no longer constantly on the hunt for stimulation.
I just can't believe you kept me around as long as you did.
What was the first thing I told you when we started dating?
You said you don't do commitment, marriage or long-term relationships.
Okay.
And I was like, all right.
A lot of it makes sense now because I just kind of knew like that's just how my brain kind of works, and like after every 5-10 years I'm like, I need a drastic change in my life because I need that stimulation, you know.
That's
like,
why you took on a girl with 4 dogs. You were like, this is so much dopamine.
yeah. But the things that have helped me is sleep. I sleep much better and on time because I actually get to use most of my energy in the first half of the day where it belongs.
You used to make me feel so guilty for going to bed at a decent hour.
Okay,
like,
Carrie
come
used to go to
on.
sleep at like 8:30. She'll
No,
be in bed.
more like 9:30.
There are side effects with like blood pressure and heart rate and all this stuff. But at this point, I've talked to like 2 therapists on BetterHelp and then a psychiatrist and a psychologist. And I didn't even know that were different. but
You've
yeah,
talked to 5
professionals.
a total of 5 different professionals.
Yeah, and they all said severity goes, you know,
Yep.
like 0 to 9, and you're out of 9. Another big thing I used to do is tune out conversation. So people would straight up just be like looking at me, talking to me. Like everyone does that once in a while, but I'm talking like this is a regular thing.
You mentioned it to me multiple times.
Sometimes I'll just like space out and I just go, let's do this.
You do it to me.
I space out all the time. I don't mean to. By the time I realize I'm doing it, it's too late. It's already been happening. So it's put me into some like really awkward situations.
I'm very familiar with one of those. Yeah.
I was being told a very serious story, and like I was just like, and they were like, "Why are you smiling right now?" And I was like, "Wait, what?" I was like, I figured out what the conversation was about. I'm like, "Oh no!" Like they were opening up something to me, and I was like, "Oh crap!" But that's definitely happened a lot less. Do I seem like a completely different person? That was one of the things I was like worried about. Like, what if I'm just gonna be like,
No.
"Hello"?
I think you're actually closer to the person that I met pre-COVID. I think a lot of these symptoms started coming out because you were so overwhelmed and there was so much going on. And it kind of brought out some of those negative parts.
And the thing that's interesting is I really try to stay away from the medication.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's because of the stigmatization. Is that the word? I think it's because it's so heavily abused,
Yes.
right? The thing with ADHD is it's heavily misdiagnosed. And that really kind of screws things up. But for the people that have it, like all the professionals I've talked to, they're all like, you should definitely consider it. And if you don't like it, then go ahead and quit.
I think you should wrap it up because we've officially lost the sun now.
Okay, all right, that's it for like the ADHD talk for a little while. Let's try to change the subject. Everyone's probably sick of hearing about it. And train, all the way. You guys hear the train?
Did you forget that a couple days ago was our meet-iversary?
Meet-iversary?
Yeah.
Oh. ADHD people are terrible with remembering dates, birthdays, and anniversaries. So I have an excuse for it now.
When's our anniversary?
March 31st,
When's my birthday? Oh, remember I taught you the...
May 23rd. Oh, well, you're May 23rd because Michael Jordan is number 23rd or something like that, right?
May is Jonathan.
Oh, June 23rd. oh yeah. See, at least I get to point to a disorder and be like, it's ADHD. Sorry, it ain't my fault. All right, it's time for me to go. She's gonna kick my ass now. All right, see ya.